Hello guys, my name is Kaimana Kane, and today I'm going to be giving you a book review on what was the Ice Age. So you're probably wondering why it's a different point of view. It's because my dad's iCloud storage is full, so he can't film any more videos. And the reason why it's down there is because this thing, my phone is big and it can only go up oh so high. So well, let's get into the book review. It's just a little change, not that big, but we're problem solvers. So in 1940, four teenagers went to this secret passage that was known to lead to an ancient medieval basement under a castle. But so these four teenagers, they want to see it. But then, instead, what they found was much more interesting than the castle itself. So, the four teenagers went into the cave, and it was so dark. So they went back home and got they got a torch, which basically a torch is like a flammable. Well, the bottom part isn't flammable, but this part is, and you can have like some fire if you don't know what it is. It's basically a long stick with some fire on top so you can see. But these teenagers came back maybe like 30 minutes later, I think, and they got the torch. They went into the cave and they saw something pretty amazing. So they saw ancient drawings on the wall of very ancient creatures that they have never seen before. I mean, like some of them looked similar, but like either they had a different tooth, like a horn on their head, like I don't know, was much bigger than the species itself, but they were just amazed. So the news spread all over like their town, city, and basically like they're just pretty amazed that how it's happened. So I think this is how you pronounce it. Luis Agassiz. It's spelled Aggazis. So Luis, I'm gonna just call him Luis A. So Luis A, really he's done some research and he's seen some of those ancient drawings before. And so there's also other proof, but people at that time didn't know the Ice Age was even actually a thing. So Luis A, he proved everyone in the town that he was right and the four teenagers were right, because they thought it was like some ancient drawing, not some like modern human drawing. So Luis A held a presentation, and really he explained how the teenagers were right and how he saw that the Ice Age was actually real. So Luis A proved the whole town wrong because they thought it was just like some phony teenagers telling a lie or starting a conspiracy about how they found like ancient drawings. But also Luis had some more proof. So one time he was walking with his friend. Really he found a rock that didn't seem to be there. And well, he told the whole town that, and they're like, so? But the Ice Age had to be made out of ice, right? So there's this thing called glaciers, and you probably know what it is. It's just like a gigantic block of snow. Some of them were at least 2 miles high at that time. It says it in the book. But Luis A said he had another explanation for that rock being there. He said that some people believe that it was one of the Noah's Ark, but then he said the boulder was too heavy to be carried by water. And so the glaciers again. Well, he's saying that the rock suddenly tumbled onto the glaciers and really it was moving, but when the Ice Age ended and it was far away from its home place where it actually looked normal, that's why the rock looked out of normal. And he also saw that many other times as a kid, wondering, that doesn't look right, but he just completely ignored it. So that's one of the things that happened. So now we can get into part of the Ice Age. But the Ice Age, it wasn't really just talking about like what happened during then. Just mostly talked about animals like the brontos. It's basically like a buffalo, like bull kind of thing. It's very bulky, eats a lot of meat, and yeah, it's kind of like a buffalo bull mix. There's also some other things. There's this sloth. So you know the sloth. It's like 20 pounds or something. But at this time, it was 6,000, and it was 20 feet long. So I'm just flabbergasted. So the sloths at those times were gigantic. There's like, I think like a Homermentumsaurus, but it wasn't a dinosaur. It was an actual like animal. It was another like gigantic bull like buffalo like bronto like animal. There's a bunch of those in the Ice Age, but I don't want to kill you guys of boredom listening to all this. So now we get into humans. Some people think the reason why like the woolly mammoth went extinct was because like Neanderthals. But no, that's not only it. Some animals couldn't survive the harsh environment when it became hot because they evolved into living and adapting into the cold weather. So that's why they died, but some of them died because of the Neanderthals. Or some other humans that they didn't mention in this book, maybe. But mostly it was the Neanderthals because they had to hunt foods like woolly mammoths, bulls, brontos, stuff like that. So Neanderthals are the closest human ancestor. And here's a surprising story. So one time, in the Ice Age, there's the Neanderthals, and Neanderthals are basically a human ancestor. They had like sloped forehead, a longer skull. They were shorter, but you get the image of what Neanderthals looked like. So the Neanderthals all of a sudden disappeared anywhere. Nobody could find them. But some people think it was from the modern humans. Even scientists haven't figured it out yet. Some people may have thought of humans, but modern humans like us, we've evolved more than Neanderthals because Neanderthals were just using spears, but the modern humans, like a little after the Neanderthals time, they made spears with ropes, sharp rocks. They sharpened the rock. They used rope to make a handle, so it was much better for stabbing. And the modern humans outnumbered the Neanderthals 1 to 10. So that's one of the theories why the Neanderthals disappeared. Some other theories were they'd been abducted by something like an alien. But really, nobody knows to this day. But here's also another interesting fact. So people have been examined, and they are thought to have 4 to 5% Neanderthal blood, which is pretty crazy because scientists thought that some modern humans and Neanderthals mated, and maybe that's why some Neanderthals disappeared. But still, nobody knows. Nobody knows. So there's still a bunch of questions about the Ice Age, but most of this book was just talking about some of the animals and how the Neanderthals disappeared, how they hunted, how modern humans might have killed it, and also some of the glaciers carved some famous rivers, say the Mississippi River. But that's all I have. That's all I have for you guys today. Really, give me your thoughts about how the Neanderthals are disappearing. It's pretty interesting reading your guys' comments. So that's pretty much it for this book review, and rate this book 9 out of 10. It's pretty good, but just next time, don't try and include all animals. So I hope you liked my book review. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And see ya.